Hello, cherished viewers. Welcome to the Room of Dream channel, your portal to exquisite interiors. Get ready to immerse yourselves in breathtaking elegance and timeless design, starting right here in a French mansion. Stay with us until the very end. You won't want to miss a single detail of this opulent journey. Number 1. The Luminous Salon. Soft, diffused light embraced the Majestic Salon, illuminating immense silk tapestries that depicted serene pastoral scenes. High ceilings and walls gleamed with intricate gold leaf ornate moldings, perfectly complementing the polished ebony floors. Elegant antique furniture, upholstered in rich velvet, offered an invitation to serene contemplation. Crystal chandeliers shimmered, casting delicate patterns across the refined atmosphere. Sculptural elements and classical urns enhanced the space, while verdant potted plants added natural grace to this luxurious interior. Number 2. The Grand Dining Experience. Beyond the salon, an opulent dining hall awaited an elegant gathering, centered by a long, polished table. Magnificent grand silk tapestries, showcasing classical motifs, draped the walls, creating a lavish backdrop. Elaborate ornate moldings framed the ceiling and wall panels, exuding timeless grandeur. Gleaming ebony floors reflected the soft glow of candelabras, adding to the room's impressive scale. Ornate serving pieces and delicate floral arrangements completed the sophisticated setting, promising a memorable experience. Number 3. The Verdant Conservatory. Adjacent to the dining hall, a sunlit conservatory beckoned, its large arched windows overlooking a meticulously manicured garden. Vibrant grand silk tapestries, adorned with botanical designs, softened the stone walls. Delicate ornate moldings gracefully framed the window arches and ceiling beams. The polished ebony floors beautifully contrasted with the lush greenery of exotic potted plants. Ornate bird cages and elegant garden furniture completed this serene, luxurious retreat, where architectural elements blended seamlessly with nature's beauty. Number 4. The jewel-toned retreat. From the conservatory, a passage led to an intimate sitting room, centered by a cozy arrangement of antique armchairs around a small, ornate table. Rich, grand silk tapestries in deep jewel tones enveloped the walls, radiating warmth. Exquisite ornate moldings framed the doorways and window casings, adding refined detail. The dark, gleaming ebony floors provided a solid foundation. A delicate tea service rested on the table, its surface illuminated by soft lamplight, highlighting intricate patterns. Number 5. The Reverent Gallery. Beyond the sitting room, a luxurious gallery space unfolded, meticulously designed to display fine art and artifacts. Neutral-toned grand silk tapestries covered the walls, offering a sophisticated backdrop. Intricate ornate moldings adorned the ceilings, highlighting architectural contours. Gleaming ebony floors guided the eye through the expansive room, leading towards pedestals holding classical busts and vases. Spotlights illuminated the displayed items, creating dramatic shadows and highlights, fostering an atmosphere of quiet reverence. Number 6. The Harmonious Music Room. Adjoining the gallery, a spacious music room presented itself, with a grand piano as its magnificent centerpiece. Walls were adorned with grand silk tapestries depicting musical instruments and allegorical figures. The ceiling and wall panels boasted exquisite ornate moldings, gilded and highly detailed. The polished ebony floors provided excellent acoustics and a rich visual foundation. Velvet-covered seating invited listeners to repose, while ornate music stands and antique sheet music added to the artistic ambience. Number 7. The Contemplative Lounge. Further within the mansion, a formal sitting area provided a space for quiet conversation and contemplation. Rich, grand silk tapestries, showcasing classical landscapes, adorned the walls. The ceilings and cornices were embellished with elaborate ornate moldings, painted in subtle complementary tones. The dark, reflective ebony floors provided a luxurious base. Antique chairs, upholstered in brocade, were arranged artfully around a small, ornate side table holding a delicate vase with fresh blooms. Number 8. The Serene Boudoir. From the formal lounge, a private passage led to a luxurious boudoir, designed for elegant repose and personal reflection. Soft, flowing grand silk tapestries in pastel hues draped the walls, creating an ethereal ambience. Delicate ornate moldings, painted in creamy whites and golds, adorned the ceiling and wall panels. The polished ebony floors were partially covered by a plush, silken rug. An ornate dressing table with a large mirror stood prominently, inviting moments of quiet relaxation. Number 9. The Scholarly Retreat. Nestled away, a quiet study nook offered a peaceful retreat for intellectual pursuits. Its walls were partially covered with small, detailed grand silk tapestries showcasing scholarly motifs. The ceiling and window frames were adorned with subtle ornate moldings, adding a touch of understated elegance. The dark ebony floors, softened by a rich, patterned rug, grounded the space. A comfortable, upholstered armchair and a small writing desk completed the setting, with bookshelves neatly arranged nearby. Number 10. The Bright Breakfast Nook. Following the quiet study, a sun-drenched breakfast room offered a cheerful start to the day, with a round table set for an intimate meal. Cheerful, grand silk tapestries, adorned with fruit and floral designs, brightened the walls. The ceiling and window surrounds featured charming ornate moldings, painted in light, airy colors. The polished ebony floors reflected the morning light, creating a bright ambience. Delicate china and fresh flowers decorated the table, complemented by potted citrus trees. Number 11. The Imposing Vestibule. Emerging from the intimate spaces, a grand vestibule served as the mansion's magnificent entrance. Towering grand silk tapestries, depicting dramatic historical narratives, covered the walls. Soaring ceilings and archways were embellished with incredibly elaborate ornate moldings, gilded and highly detailed. The vast, reflective ebony floors stretched towards distant doorways, mirroring the light. Large, classical statues greeted all who entered, while ornate benches provided resting spots, underscoring the truly impressive scale. Number 12. The Understated Lounge. Beyond the grand vestibule, a formal lounge exuded an air of understated luxury and comfort. Walls were adorned with grand silk tapestries in rich, solid colors or subtle textures. The ceiling and cornices were embellished with refined, ornate moldings, showcasing classical elegance. The dark, gleaming ebony floors provided a sophisticated foundation for deep, comfortable sofas and armchairs arranged around a large coffee table. Ornate lamps cast a warm, ambient lighting. Number 13. The Contemplative Study. Adjacent to the lounge, a private study offered a secluded space for contemplation and work. Walls were partially covered with exquisite grand silk tapestries depicting allegorical scenes. The ceiling and window frames featured subtle, ornate moldings, adding a touch of refined detail. The dark ebony floors, softened by a deep-piled, oriental rug, provided comfort. A large, antique writing desk with a leather top dominated the space, surrounded by bookshelves filled with treasured volumes. Number 14. The Expansive Corridor. Leaving the study, a grand corridor stretched, connecting various wings of the mansion, bathed in soft, diffused light. Sections of its walls were covered in elegant grand silk tapestries with classical motifs. The high ceilings and door frames were embellished with extensive ornate moldings, showcasing masterful craftsmanship. The long, reflective ebony floors created a sense of expansive luxury, mirroring the light. Ornate console tables with large mirrors were strategically placed along the passage. Number 15. The Illustrious Drawing Room. Off the grand corridor, a magnificent drawing room unfolded, showcasing an array of antique furniture and decorative arts. Its walls were covered in neutral-toned grand silk tapestries, providing a sophisticated backdrop. The ceilings were adorned with intricate ornate moldings, highlighting architectural contours. Gleaming ebony floors directed the eye through the expansive room, leading towards pedestals holding classical busts and vases. Spotlights illuminated the displayed items, creating dramatic shadows, enhancing their beauty. Number 16. The Majestic Reception. Beyond the drawing room, an opulent reception hall awaited, designed for grand entrances and formal gatherings. Walls were draped with immense grand silk tapestries, showcasing allegorical figures and historical narratives. Elaborate ornate moldings framed the high ceilings and wall panels, exuding timeless grandeur. The gleaming ebony floors reflected the soft glow from numerous chandeliers. Ornate console tables and large decorative urns completed the sophisticated setting, while architectural columns added to the room's impressive scale. Number 17. The Sculptural Gallery. From the reception hall, a spacious gallery extended, meticulously designed to display a collection of classical sculptures. Its walls were covered in neutral-toned grand silk tapestries, providing a sophisticated backdrop. The ceilings were adorned with intricate ornate moldings, highlighting architectural contours. Gleaming ebony floors directed the eye through the expansive room, leading towards pedestals holding classical busts and full-scale statues. Spotlights illuminated the displayed items, fostering an atmosphere of quiet reverence. Number 18. The Dignified Office. Adjoining the gallery, a stately office offered a space of quiet elegance, filled with dark wood and rich fabrics. Walls were embellished with grand silk tapestries showcasing historical maps or classical scenes. The ceiling and cornices featured elaborate ornate moldings, painted in subtle complementary hues. Polished ebony floors reflected the warm glow from desk lamps. A large, antique desk held a collection of scholarly instruments, while bookshelves overflowed with treasured volumes. Number 19. The Peaceful Salon. Beyond the office, an intimate salon, bathed in soft, diffused light, showcased immense grand silk tapestries depicting serene landscapes. Intricate gold leaf ornate moldings adorned the high ceilings and walls, perfectly complementing the polished ebony floors. Elegant antique furniture, upholstered in rich velvet, invited peaceful contemplation. Crystal chandeliers shimmered, casting delicate patterns. Number 20. The refined sitting room. Finally, a tranquil sitting room offered a peaceful conclusion, featuring a grand fireplace with an intricately carved wooden mantelpiece. Luxurious grand silk tapestries in muted tones provided a backdrop for antique display cabinets. Detailed, ornate moldings traced elegant patterns across the ceiling and wall borders. The dark, lustrous ebony floors grounded the space with sophistication. We've explored the unparalleled glamour of this Alberto Pinto-inspired mansion, witnessing grand silk tapestries, ornate moldings, and stunning ebony floors. If you enjoyed this luxurious tour, please like this video, subscribe to Room of Dream for more inspiring content, and leave a comment below sharing your favorite room.